Good morning, everyone. I'm Craig McKee. Thank you so much for joining us for This Week in Cincinnati. The Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport, or as it's usually referred to, CVG. Its fortunes are climbing again after a patch of very rough air. The withdrawal of dozens of Delta flights cut service and threatened to put a dent in its role as one of the area's economic engines. Well, now all of that is changing. During the first quarter of the year, the number of local passengers was up nearly 16% compared to the year before. New airlines are at the airport, and it's on track to grow as a major freight hub with the addition of Amazon Prime. Joining us now to talk about all of those issues and more, Candace McGraw, the CEO of CVG. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Obviously, let's talk about Amazon. Everyone's been talking about this for several weeks. How long did it take to get this deal done?
It was an amazingly short period of time given the breadth of the deal. We had some very focused, detailed discussions with Amazon that lasted a few months, and then the deal was executed. So it'll be a great deal. They're going to lease 900 plus acres from us for a 50-year lease term, bringing in, at least in phase one, 100 aircraft on the ground. And it'll be a great deal for the community, great deal for the airport.
And these aircraft actually start flying in and arriving on Monday.
Actually, yeah. This week we'll see 14 aircraft arriving at CVG, and the fleet will grow from there.
People at home may not understand, how does this impact them? With Amazon moving in, does this impact what you're paying for a ticket now, flying out of CVG?
No. So the one thing that will be a benefit to the passenger carriers from Amazon arriving is the more aircraft we have, the lower the landing fees ultimately come. So while there is no direct correlation between the amount of planes we have and the landing fees, it'll only help to reduce costs for all the passenger carriers at CVG.
When we talk about security, obviously this past week, we've dealt with a gentleman arrested trying to fly out of the country to go support ISIS. When we talk about, obviously TSA is a component of security, but when we speak about Amazon now moving in as a major hub in DHL, and we see, drugs infiltrating the tri-state, being shipped here from Hong Kong or what have you, does CVG play a role when it comes to security, or will Amazon, DHL be responsible for their own security when it comes to anything being imported illegally?
No, we work very closely. So it's a multi-layered approach. We have our own police department at the airport. We have 52 sworn officers. We work with a number of federal agencies that also have a presence at the airport, and then the private security of each of those carriers, such as an Amazon, such as a DHL, and we work in a concerted effort to keep our passengers, keep our stakeholders, keep our employees safe.
So everyone is working together.
Everybody works very closely together, very well together. I'm pleased that we have a very good relationship with all of our local and federal agencies. All
right, let's talk about low-cost fares. Everyone loves to pay the least amount possible when it comes to flying out to go see friends, family, or just go on vacation. When you speak about low-cost airlines and Frontier and Allegiant, is it kind of a double-edged sword, or is it kind of a risk and reward when it comes to operating an airport? Because we've seen a lot of low-cost carriers fail. They bubble up, everyone celebrates, and then they go by the wayside or absorbed by another airline. What is that risk-reward when you're trying to figure out the operations of an airport and whether that low-cost carrier is going to last a year or 2 years? Sure.
So let's talk about the carrier mix at CVG. Right now we have 9 or 10 passenger carriers that operate at the airport. Delta still remains our largest at about 45% or so of our traffic. The low-cost carriers, Allegiant and Frontier, together make up about 25% of our traffic. So our goal at the airport is to offer up good quality service at all various types of level of service and price points. So that, if you want the low-cost vacation ticket to Hilton Head or to Florida, you can certainly find that. If you prefer front of the cabin experience, you can pay for and find that as well. I'm pleased to say we have an agreement with Allegiant and Frontier where they have guaranteed service for the next 5 years. Through the end of 2021, they've signed on to our lease deal. That's not the case in a lot of airports in the country, but all of our carriers are committed there through the end of our current lease deal.
Sometimes when an announcement is made, we have Southwest Airlines obviously coming here, a lot of people discussing that. There are only maybe one flight or 2 flights, and it's not necessarily to the city that people want to go to, but maybe you go there one time for a vacation. What's the challenge, and how do you negotiate that? How do you go to the airline and say, well, we'd really like you to fly direct to New York, because that's what our passengers want?
Sure. So a couple different things on that front. So Allegiant now has 14 markets out of CVG. Frontier has 17 markets out of CVG. And you're correct. Some of the lower cost carriers would only fly maybe 2-3 times a week. Both of those carriers are doing so well. They have expanded service at CVG well beyond what they have maybe at other airports. But we work with every carrier, be it our legacy carriers to these low cost carriers or carriers we're hoping to attract to CVG, and we build a business case for each carrier, for each market. We know where people are where you would come from in the morning, where you want to end up in the afternoon, and we try to put those business cases together, go to each carrier, show them where they would be profitable, or show them, say, perhaps why they should upgauge an aircraft. That, you know, if they would increase the number of seats, they would have more traffic out of the airport, etc. So we have two dedicated people on staff that do nothing but that and work with the carriers daily.
This is obviously an agency, when you talk about air travel, hand in hand with the economy. The economy goes south, fewer people traveling. So what have you seen, if you do that parallel, as our economy has ramped back up from 2008, what have you seen that correlates directly with the economy?
Oh, our passenger traffic continues to climb. For the last 3 years, we've had a year-over-year increase, and I'm pleased to say first quarter this year we're up significantly where we were last year, you know, probably about 15% or so. And you're right, the economy does play a role in it. And as people have more discretionary dollars, that's where, you know, Allegiant, for instance, says their competition is the couch, right? That you know, but for the low cost prices, folks might stay home on the weekend. So it definitely does play an impact. We did an economic impact study of the airport in 2013, and we did the same economic impact study done by the good folks at UC and NKU. And we have now a $4.4 billion annual economic impact on the community. That was up 22% from just 3 years ago.
Which is obviously great news. We only have about 30 seconds left here. Any expansions in the works of new concourses or anything like that?
We'll be kicking off a master plan study. More to come on that, and that'll set our course for the next 30 plus years, what our facilities will look like. So you'll be hearing more about that.
All right. Well, stay tuned for that for sure. All right, Candace McGraw, CEO of CVG, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.